I had a chance to I had a chance to watch that Louisville and Kentucky women's basketball game. Let me tell you something. If you didn't watch that ball game, you missed a Dick B would say, you missed the diaper dandy on that ball game. So before I start telling you my thoughts about the ball game and everything, I got two questions for you. Well, I'll make it three. First of all, where was you at in 2015? First question. Second question, what was your favorite song in 2015? I'm not a music person, so I couldn't answer that. Maybe I can Google it and see what songs is out. And third question is, what was your favorite movie in 2015? I was freshly retired from the Navy then. I'm depending on what month. I'm not sure what month it was, but depending on what month it was, I wasn't well. I know I wasn't quite a year retired from the military by then, so I still remember all that pretty well. But the reason why I asked that question is because the last time that the Lady Cats have beat Louisville Cardinals was 2015. Let me see if I actually got that score from then. I do not have that score. I wish I did because I had a hard time finding it anyway. But 2015 is hard to actually find stats sometimes. But the ladies team, Kentucky team, has not beat Louisville since 2015. So just to watch that game last night. So last night when I did the post game show for the football game, I said, "Hey, I'm going to go watch the Cats game. Don't nobody text me and don't nobody tell me what happened in the ball game because I want to go watch it." And let me tell you, I was on edge a lot of that ball game. I had my popcorn at my desk at work. I had my drink. I had some peanuts, man. I had some M&Ms. Like I completely immersed myself into that ball game, and it was unbelievably how good it was. Now, here's the thing: Kenny Brooks, man, he has things rolling for the Lady Cats. It is like it was so good. Look, I get it. A lot of us we cheer, we want our Lady Cats to win the ball game. We want them, we want them to have success. But let's be real. A lot of people ain't even gonna watch this video because it's the Lady Cats and it's not the guys' team. But I let me tell you something. If you think that the Duke and Kentucky game was exciting, and you probably have the assumptions of feeling like the ladies team was not really excited. First of all, the crowd at historic Memorial Coliseum was off the chain. They was lit. Like we should just have every ball game there, men and women's. I mean, it was just loud in there. People had fun. People was all over the place. That's where we should actually have our ball games at. Get out of Rupp Arena and go there. But like I said, I'm just talking because it was so exciting to see the crowd last night. Everybody was up, young people, older people, everybody in between was just up cheering for the Wildcats. Now, here's the thing: they don't have very many turnovers. In their first three ball games, they had 31 turnovers. So that's roughly about 10 point something. It was like 31. So it was like 10.0001 or something like that, whatever it was, average for the first three ball games. Last night, not so good. I think in the first so if you don't watch women's basketball, and I don't want to talk down to people who do, but if you don't watch women's basketball has four quarters, not two halves. So they have four quarters. So the first quarter, oh my goodness, did we look horrible? I mean, look, we had somebody can correct me and fact check me if you want to, but I think in the first quarter alone, I think we was up to like eight turnovers in the first. Like it just looked like, dude, like everything we touched in that ball game was like just it was something different. It was just they didn't want to hold on to the ball, and I watched them a couple of games as well too this year already, just because they're good. And when I tell you Kenny Brooks brought in the right people for the right time for the right season this year to put Kentucky back on the map, this right here could definitely have an opportunity to have the year. But the first quarter, it was shaky. I mean, it was shaky. And look, let me give hats off to Louisville. People might not want to give shout outs to Louisville, because they're good. But hey, the women's team might be able to beat the men's team. That's how good they are. And when I tell you they battle all ball game. And the sad part about the whole thing is that somebody had to lose. That's pretty hard to say because somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. But overall, I mean, this ball game was up and down. So if you guys recall what happened with the Wildcats with the men against Duke, the first half was it was okay. You know what I'm saying? We kept it reasonable. We kept Duke within arm's reach. You know what I'm saying? We was able to reach out and touch them with the fingertips. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was somewhat kind of the same way it was going into halftime. Now the score didn't necessarily indicate that that it was a lot going on for halftime in between halftime. But going into halftime, let me pull this out here back up. Going into halftime, it was 30 to what's that? 31? No, not 31. Louisville was up at halftime. Actually, yeah, Louisville was up at halftime. They was up. Actually, yeah, they was up at halftime. We scored what is that? 31. Actually, we was actually up. Well, 7. No, we was actually down at halftime, 30-27. So we was down by 3 points. Now, here's the difference of the same thing that happened in the Duke game. We saw a different team come out in the second half for the Lady Cats last night. I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, it was a night and day difference. They came out, they protected the ball more, they came out aggressive. The Wildcats is big. Like if you haven't watched the ladies Cats play yet, you are doing yourself a major injustice. The Loyal BBN Fan Show is endorsing the Lady Cats. They the real deal. And if they keep playing ball, they're only going to get better. They're in the same shoes as the men program is. I think Kentucky only returned, what was it, like one person, which was Cassidy Rowe. I think she was the only one who actually came back. Somebody can correct me on it if I'm wrong on that stat too as well. But I think she's one of the only ones who actually came back to the team. It might have been one more, but if so, I'm not really sure. But anyway, this is basically Coach Kenny Brooks. He built this team. Like he handpicked each one of these people, and everybody came out. And one of the things that he did, of course, you already know, he brought over Georgia Amore. Now, Georgia Amore she's our general. She's our point guard. But she didn't play too well in the first half. Some of those turnovers, I think out of those first 9 turnovers, I think she might have had like 4 or 5 turnovers her own self. So I think she was just trying to do too much. I think she wanted to win so bad that I think that her mind or just everything was moving too fast. But once again, in the second half, when I tell you they came out on fire, this team came out and like they did something. They just came out and they just played a different ball game because Louisville was just smacking them. Louisville was just going at them. Louisville was just giving them. It was giving them the business, but the Wildcats just wouldn't go away. There's something about it. Coach Brooks on the sideline was calm, collected, even though we still had some turnovers in the second half. Moore, she can let me read some of these box scores last night. Georgia Moore had 19 points last night. Key, she had 17 and 9. She played big last night. She got some big rebounds last night. Hassett, she played good. She got 13 rebounds. I mean, look, man, dude, like we didn't shoot too great from the 3-point line, like we was hoping we would. We only shot 25% from the 3-point line. But we shot, everything else, man, like we shot about 47% from the field. We held Louisville to about 36% shooting. And but look, this right here was a dogfight. And just to look, our ladies had 44 rebounds to their 32. We had 17 assists to their 14. So we had 17 assists, but we had 9 blocks. Like we're blocking shots every ball game. I think we had like 16, 17 blocks the last ball game. Look, this is a very athletic, tall, gritty, get up in your face kind of team. And Louisville was good. I can't get off of here and I can't sit here and say that the Wildcats didn't beat a very solid team. And the Wildcats, like I said, the Wildcats have not beat Louisville since 2015. Now, we know big brothers. We know we take care of business year in and year out. That's what we do. But to be able to see these ladies take this game to overtime, and took over with a 71-61 victory over U of L Cardinals. So look, as we already said in the first, so Kenny Brooks has played their coach before, and he's won 3 times. So he make that 4 times, 4-1, I think it is. So look, if you haven't had a chance to go watch the ball game, please do not feel like you're wasting your time by watching this ball game. Go and learn who your lady cats are. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm definitely gonna do the same thing. I would love to do a post game show, maybe when I'm home and they're on TV live, so I can do it right after the ball game. I can start doing some post game shows for them too, because look, this is exciting. And the women's basketball team, like, they got an opportunity. I want to slow down because I understand it's a long year and we still got to get into SEC play, and we still got to play teams like LSU. We still got to play South Carolina. But I really seriously believe that Coach Brooks has put together a level of ladies out there on the floor that are good. Our point guard, what's her name? Lawrence. She had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. So she went 6-11 from from the field. So the talent is here. It's not a far fetch. And just I forgot to mention Louisville's number 18, Kentucky's number 20. We got a top 25 win. We got a quarter 1 win. That looks good. Louisville thought they was going to come in here. They thought they was going to keep the victories going. They thought they was going to get this game and win it and walk out of here because they're Louisville and they've been winning every single ball game. But the Cats had something different in mind for them. And I just tell you, if you're not watching the Lady Cats play, you're missing something. And if you're watching the Lady Cats play, please put down your comments in below as far as what you think about our Wildcats, and if you're impressed with what they've been able to do so far at this particular point in the season. Now, I know it's the early season. This right here was their real first test, and they passed it. The men, they passed their first real test against Duke. Now, let's see how we can look. If you don't think Kenny Brooks, Coach Brooks, is going to take them back to the locker room, watch the film, understand where they went wrong at, and get them to come back together and cut down on those turnovers, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be fun. And I for one, I'm going to dedicate myself to keeping up with them. I really am. I'm going to keep up with them. I like what they're doing. They're tall. They can jump. I actually thought, Key actually towards the end of the game, Key actually got a clear run to the gym. To the rim. Bro, how tall is she? I want to see how tall she is. She's 6'4". I thought she was gonna dunk. Come on, baby girl, you gotta dunk that. Come on, you got. Hey, we already gonna win this ball game. You gotta dunk. You gotta bring the whole house down. This is the opportunity. We gotta set a message. Look, Key's 6'4". Hassett, she's 6'3". Strack, she's 6'5". What's she at? Lawrence is 5'8". Morris 5'6". Look, these ladies are playing ball, man. Like they are. Let's see who's coming off the bench for us. Silver, did she come up? Blue. Blue came off the bench last night. She's 6'2". You could tell she's still learning the game of basketball. You could tell that she's gonna get better at it as well, too. Rowe, who was here last year, she's 5'5". I didn't really keep up with women's basketball a whole lot, and I'm ashamed to say that because I love my Cats. But Cassidy Rowe, bro, she like her mentality when she's on the floor is I'm the best on the floor. She's aggressive, she's strong, and look, dude, all I can say is just she's some virgin. I think she's from Kentucky, so you guys probably know her anyway because she's been with the team. So overall, if you really look at what's going on here, man, you could just say to yourself, like, how tall is Silva? Silva's 6'7". Like this, like if you don't think that we got a team this year, if you don't think that the Lady Cats cannot make a run, dude, I don't know what else to say to you. I don't know how to convince you. But our Lady Wildcats is the real thing. And I hope you guys would definitely, after you hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up. Then I want you to go watch the Lady Cats play. Find them. There's a YouTube channel called O__. I should write it up there right now. Can I write it up there? Let me see if I can write that right here. This is what you look for on if you haven't seen it already. Underscore. Oh, type this in right here. Type this in. Where's that at? Did I save it? Yeah. Type this in YouTube. Type this in right here on YouTube, and you'll find the game. It's no commercials or anything. It's the whole ball game, and you'll get it. Okay. So please go check out that website. That should be underscore. Let me see if I can change that. Well, I got it on the screen, so I don't want nobody to get confused. But that's the real thing right there. O_. That's an O ball underscore. Go type that in, okay? And you'll be able to watch the whole full ball game. It's like an hour and 45 minutes, and you will not be disappointed for an hour and 45 minutes. I promise you. I look, the Loyal BBN Fan Show puts its stamp on it that you will enjoy watching them play. So once again, go watch the game. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up. And look, I hope that I can keep up with the Lady Cats more, and I hope that I can talk more about them too as well. If we support our men, we got to support our women too, hands down. No questions. They need to be supported in the same level that the men are being supported. They just aren't. I know that the men have a much better track record and the winning and all this kind of stuff. I get all that, but we need to support our women's team. Absolutely, we need to do that. So until next time, this has been the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I appreciate all you guys coming out. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the thumbs up. And until next time, go Cats.